Hey everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin and this is Hardened Scales Humans. So this is a pretty sweet deck. I'm excited about it. It's a human ally mix. It's a hybrid as it turns out. But it actually just works because all of the allies are humans. And it's more a human deck than an ally deck because of Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of the Parish. Ooh, it's Bogles though. Rip. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. At least they have a hand that causes them to damage themselves. All right, what can we do here? I guess I'm supposed to play Hardened Scales into Kazandu Blademaster. You know what? This Lantern Scout's actually going to be great here. So we need to get a white land with this. I can probably just get a basic plains and save some life. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to do that. And you know what? Maybe this thing with First Strike and Vigilance might be able to rival whatever this Boggle ends up. With the way our hand is going to go with this Hardened Scales in play here. Okay, so this Boggles is not a great matchup for anybody in game one, I assume, unless you're playing Liliana. But I think we actually have a reasonable shot of winning here. Of course, if our opponent's hand is insane, we're dead, but that's just always true. But as it stands, though, we can go Lantern Scout next turn, which will trigger the Kazandu Blademaster. And it gives us lifelink, and lifelink is obviously super vital when you're just trying to race against a Boggles player. And then we can go Thalia's Lieutenant to grow our entire team and grow it by quite a bit. So this is good. Now our opponent, if our opponent has something, if they have the Daybreak Coronet and they have Vigilance and all the other abilities, that would be the biggest problem for us. But, you know, it's possible we can win the game. That's all I'm saying. After sideboard, we have some more options. We have a Crystallic Pride Mage we can bring in. We do have Dromoka's Command in the main deck, which makes opponents sacrifice enchantments, which is not as good, but still. So our opponent does not have a great draw, though. I too have Horizon Canopy. Okay. All right, we'll name Human here. Get this Lantern Scout in play. All right, so this thing's going to be quite large. As it turns out, a 5/5 and then a 6/6 lifelink when it attacks. I like it. Kazandu Blademaster is such a sweet card. I love it. All right, who's playing? Who's the Tron? Not Tron, but the what's the word? Voltron player here. I'm the Voltron player on this Kazandu Blademaster. All right, so this is see how hard our opponent goes off with Core Spirit Dancer, though. Fortunately, our next turn will be very good. And in fact, it could, in fact, be insane depending on what our draw is, because we have 4 mana and even 5 mana, so we can cast a lot of things. I'd really like to draw an ally of some sort. The Spirit Dancer is going to get pretty large, but if he chooses to attack, it's not going to be great for him. 3/5 First Striker, huh? And has Totem Armor. Well, please don't be Daybreak Coronet. It's obviously Daybreak Coronet. Fortunately, he chose to go in on the Spirit Dancer instead of the Boggle, which means we have Path as an out. And possibly even Dromoka's Command if our stuff gets big enough. Alright, can we get this thing to 10? Probably not this turn. That's pretty good, though. Our team is going to be very large, but this is just Daybreak Coronet. It's just so dumb. So this makes our guy... Oh, wow. We can actually attack for 10, though. Oh, man. Okay. Didn't expect that. I think we can because it makes it... Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay. Our team is large. This is awesome. All right. We're just going toe to toe with the Boggles player here in terms of big creatures. So there's no reason to attack with everything, right? We can't do enough, can we? No, we can't. But I can attack with a 10/10 First Strike Vigilance Lifelinker, just like our opponent. Build your own Daybreak Coronet. I don't think we're going to win this game, just saying. trying to go over the top of a player going off with Core Spirit Dancer with a Daybreak Coronet on it is pretty unlikely, but we're in the running here. It's fun. I don't think we're gonna win, but this is fun at least. Our team is huge. Okay. Now he's going to draw a whole bunch of cards. This is Commander. Everyone just does whatever they want. Oh, no. That's going to add 3 to it, plus 2, so it's 5, so it's a 13 now. Oh, he's putting it on the other one. Oh, we're going wide here. All right. Yeah, there's no way we're winning this game. All right, let's see what we draw. I think the best possible draw would be a 1-drop, like an Expedition. That's pretty good. Yeah. I was going to say, it'd be like an Expedition Envoy to trigger all of this stuff, and then crack the Horizon Canopy into Path or something. It's a 12-12, huh? With all the abilities. And a 6-8 with just most of the abilities. Can I kill this thing? Is there any way in which I kill this thing? There's not, right? I throw my big creatures in front of it. He first strikes. I do 9 to him on first strike, but then he just kills my other 2 on first strike, and I don't kill it. Okay, well, we can't block. All right, well, here we go. Let's see if our deck wants to save us. Okay. Not the worst, not the worst. Actually, it's not very good. That's pretty good, though. All right. I don't think it's enough. Our team is huge. It's just not going to matter, though. You know, I do get another swing in, though, so we're not... God, there's so many triggers. Oh, this game's awesome. We're not going to win. You can't out-Bogles the Bogles player, but this is fun. Stupid first strike. I would like to always yes. Okay. Okay, well, it means I get to attack for another turn with this. Again, no reason. Yep, nothing that we get from going in with everything. I think this is as good as we could possibly hope for here. Oh, he wants to trade. I don't know what that means for us. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible for us. That's how Hyena Umbra works. I was curious if it like died and came back. No, it just doesn't. So it's, we're just dead. To be fair, we never actually had a chance once we didn't draw Path. It's not like not attacking there does anything for us. All right, I'm just gonna scoop. We're not gonna beat it. Well, whatever. I guess I'll try to get one more draw step here. We'll see. Our sideboard's fine, so. We do probably. I mean, we should get an achievement for trading with a 12/12 first strike vigilance lifelink core spirit dancer, though, right? Achievement unlocked. Check the little box. Get the promo from Wizards. Whatever, you know. Okay. Yeah, we're done here. We're done here. All right, let's try game 2. That was a fun one, though. That was fun. Okay, so I would like Quasali Pride Mage. I would like, gosh, I guess I want Path to Exile since we just died to stupid stuff. Thalia's seem fine. Selfless Spirit is actually maybe good. It's kind of weird but it actually is something that can sacrifice itself. I'm just gonna keep 3 Path, by the way. It's more likely we die to Bogles than stupid Spirit Dancers. The thing is, Selfless Spirit can get in front of something, and if it doesn't have a Rancor on it, it can sacrifice itself so they don't gain life, which can be pretty important when you're racing. I think we just want to be fast here. Want to be fast. All of our cards are good. Is Thalia good? I think Thalia feels pretty good when we're on the play. And with all use Lieutenant, you gotta have the flavor. Jamoka's command only makes him sacrifice an enchantment, but I think it's fine. And it lets us fight a core Spirit Dancer. And the Expedition Envoys are probably a little worse. Gotta make cuts, gotta make cuts. I'm actually gonna cut a path. Because we essentially have 4 ways to deal with Spirit Dancers, and he has 4 Spirit Dancers. And we can just sometimes beat around Spirit Dancers. So I don't think... I think we just have to try to execute our game plan of beating down while having some interaction, which we do have here. All right, so Undo Cleric, tempting, but no, we're not gonna. You can't. You know, we're not gonna get there by gaining life. Sonic Silence Recipes doesn't matter. Gaddock Teague does not matter. Even Mind Sensor, not really. There's the pass. We still gotta cut stuff though, huh? Do I cut a Hardened Scales because we're trying to Voltron a Voltron? I don't think that that's good. I'm not sure. I don't think I cut Collected Companies either because it's Collected Company. So maybe I'll cut a Hardened Scales because drawing 2 is probably not great for us. We just need to curve out. I'm gonna get rid of one Selfless Spirit. I don't know how we're supposed to board here. This is a mulligan. Yep, here we go. This is a mulligan as well. I couldn't keep that. I couldn't keep the 5-lander with 2 cards. That's not how you're going to win this matchup. Now mulliganing to 6 with no lands is also pretty rough, but that's Magic and Magic Online in specific. Mana Flood to Mana Screw to an unknown 5 is one of my favorite ways to play Magic. No, after the match we had in the first one here, you have to accept all sides of the variance. Sometimes you rip the Path to X off the top to win the game, and sometimes you just don't ever get playable hands. It's just the way it goes. Variance is a good thing for Magic. Mulligan. Keep. Our opponent mulligan to 6 as well. And this hand is actually better than our 7 was, to be honest. Because... yeah, it's not actually good, is it? Because we're going to be attacking with multiple creatures, and we're on the play, so we're not going to draw this. So I just kind of don't want this. Feels weird because it's obviously an incredibly powerful card, but we actually just need to beat down, and it doesn't really help us do that. We just want to curve out and try to kill our opponent. And this is nearly as aggressive as we can get, so we'll see. Opponent mulliganed and has the turn 1 Slippery Boggle / Bogle, whichever you prefer. Okay, well, this is... I was a little concerned about that, in that it's one of the few things that can punish us for shipping that Noble Hierarch is the ability to cast that card. But there's only 4 of them in the deck. It was correct to ship it, but that is one of the ones that could punish us if we don't hit a land in the next 2 turns here, or a Hierarch next turn. You know, so very few ways in which we get punished, but we'll see. Sure like to draw something great next turn. Don't know what, but something great. And basically everything in our deck is great except like another Collected Company, so. Okay, well, opponent's only got 1 land. That's okay. No, that wasn't great. Get in there with this. There might be a world in which I path my Oran Reef Survivalist at the end of his turn. Our opponent obviously ripped a 2nd land off the top, so that's bad for us. If it's a Daybreak Coronet, we definitely have to path our own guys. We're probably just dead regardless. Oh, it's a Spirit Dancer. Alright, I guess I'll be pathing the Spirit Dancer. The problem is I don't want to path the Spirit Dancer right now. I want to do it in his upkeep. The problem is if we hit land, we're going to want a Collected Company. I think I just have to let it go, though. Yep, that's unfortunate. I wonder... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack with both of these cards. See what our opponent does. If he goes for the greedy block on the Ordinary Survivalist, we'll collect a company. Alright, he didn't. So now I have to think. Do I collect a company now? Do I think that... so the question is, do we think that collecting company now is worth our opponent drawing 1 to 2 cards off of Spirit Dancer next turn? And honestly, I think it is. Because this is going to represent, hopefully, quite a bit of damage that gets through. And it might be a Thalia or something that taxes him next turn. So I think this is the correct line. Yeah. Okay, well, that was pretty bad. It's another land for us, though. And that it's a Noble Hierarch. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can actually activate that. We can actually activate the Gavany Township, which has value. Yeah, so if we hit land, we can activate and still path. Reach, huh? Oh, well, he's actually going in on the core Spirit Dancer. That's actually pretty great for us. I thought he'd go in on the Boggle and just use the core Spirit Dancer for draw, but we're actually just be able to path the Spirit Dancer this way. So that's unexpectedly nice. All right, so things are looking all right for us here. Yeah, he's just going in on the Spirit Dancer. That's exactly what we needed. It'd be a pretty big Boggle if it was all in the Boggle. Got another land, okay. And we'll see here. We have a decent amount of power in play, I guess, but I actually wouldn't have minded hitting land, but that's a magic card too. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just path this thing, see what happens. One time, no Apostle's Blessing? Don't think they play that card. Okay. Got rid of the Spirit Dancer. It shrinks this thing down to a 2/2. Allows us to bash for quite a bit, and we get to play the Hierarch. Yes, we don't get a bash for that much, but it's not lethal as a matter of fact. Our opponent might be pathing something. Oh, that's fine. I guess he passes our Free Blade, takes 3. Goes to 4. Hope that we don't draw lands. Alright, I guess we'll see how ham our opponent's able to go on his turn. It could be pretty bad for us. Alright, well, we have plenty of mana to Gavany Township next turn, which means we do have a decent little army, but our opponent's just going to... Okay, well, Core Spirit Dancer is not a Daybreak Coronet. Crucially, not a Daybreak Coronet. Well, these are good magic cards, and our opponent's just digging for lifelink, so we're going to have some draws here. Unfortunately, we cannot attack. Come on, deck. Give me something good, please. Whew, that was horrendous. Alright. That is the downside to championing the Parish. Sometimes your deck has the human half and it's great, and sometimes you draw the ally half. And your humans, your allies trigger your humans, but your humans don't trigger your allies, so... there will be no attacking this turn, which means we are wide open to getting blown out from our opponent on their turn. I haven't drawn great this game. We bottomed a Hierarch. We drew 2 more Hierarchs, which weren't good, and we drew them after the Champion of the Parish. Our opponent's just living the dream with these Spirit Dancers. Or just doesn't have an enchantment. She just actually doesn't have an enchantment. Okay, I guess we're both drawing kind of bad. Although, to be fair, if he had just gone in on his Boggle when he had that other Spirit Dancer... But then again, they just had Umbras he didn't have... I mean, maybe not. He didn't have... any lifelink or anything, so I don't know. All right, our team is growing. Okay, that's a card. One short of being able to do quite everything we want. See, we cannot activate the township and play this, but we can play it. All right, that's a lot of abilities we're going to put on the stack. I like it. All right, so I think I can only get in with one, though, because if I attack with both of the 4/4s, then our opponent can just double block one of them and chump block the other. If I attack with the team, what happens if I attack with the team? And then he blocks, let's say this on, let's just say he blocked the biggest things. He'd have to chump block this champion and then take 2, which he doesn't care about. I think I just get in with 1 and hope our opponent doesn't go off too hard on his turn. Because I don't think throwing this away does anything. Because our opponent's just going to easily chump block a bunch of stuff anyway. So I can, but I can't even. I can attack with this because it'll be a 7/7. All right. At least these hierarchs are sticking around to do something useful now. So I suspect he's just going to chump block with one of these Bogles. Next turn we can activate our township again. We're really dead to our opponent drawing a spell though. Because we are, it looks close, but this draw step here is going to be very, very important. And if it's an enchantment, our opponent's just going to snowball with the double draw effects and kill us. And somehow it looks like it wasn't. Okay. Okay. That was great. Great draw. All right, we're trying here. Might be able to swing with the team now. I'll have to do some math here in a minute. All right, so the team is very big. I can activate the township. So if I attack with, I think I'm supposed to attack with everything this turn. Because if he throws, let's say it in, he can't even, he could throw it in front of the champion of the parish and the lantern scout and then double chump block, I guess. Yeah, it's just not even good. Basically we lose lantern scout, which just isn't even that relevant. If maybe our opponent drew path, that'd be pretty terrible for us, but I can't do anything about that. I think we just have to swing out here. Alright, we'll see. Hopefully our opponent's just sitting on land in hand. We get to activate this Gavany Township, pump the team up. Makes all of our guys very big. And he can still kill, you know, a couple things. He can take out the Lantern Scout for free, but that means he's chump blocking 3 other things and is probably dead. Which he just doesn't have a lot of great options here, to be honest. I think he's supposed to double block the champion of the parish with the first strikers, chump block the 2 big guys with Boggle and Spirit Dancer. That way he takes out champion of the parish, goes down to 1. No, he can't do that because of the township. He dies in that line. So I don't know. I don't think our opponent has great options here. Yeah, this line's not good. Well, it may be his best line. It's just not good for him, though. Yeah, we lose our Lantern Scout, but we get to just decimate his board. Right, so also we have 44 life. I'd say Lantern Scout did its job. Alright, so our opponent could still theoretically go off. I think we'd just swarm around at this point, no matter what. Even if he had something like double Daybreak Coronet, I think we'd have enough. Alright, time to swing with the team. And that is how you go wide. We tried to go tall in the first game, which means Voltron up our creature Boggle style, and that didn't work. This time we went wide, which is all of the creatures, and it did work. Now maybe we'll actually draw some sideboard hate. On the draw, huh? I want this path back. This dude's just going off with freaking Spirit Dancers on us. Usually the deck plays like 2 and it's just not that big of a deal. He's got to just be on 4 or something. Because he's just living the dream with those. That game was close. There was that one key turn, and I think our opponent probably drew a land there. But it was a really key turn where if he drew an enchantment, he was going to draw 2 cards and play another enchantment, draw another 2 cards, and almost certainly would have found enchantments that we couldn't beat. So, dodged a bullet there. Our hand in game 1 was great, though, and we lost, so maybe it balances out in the end. Well, we get a mulligan some more. That was a mulligan to 5, too, actually. So that was kind of sweet. Our opponent kept 7. That was bad news. Alright, we'll keep it. That's not a land, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. It's a good card, clearly, but it's not a land. And I think... And moreover, it's just sort of a card. It's not, particularly powerful card. It's good, but it's not what we want here. That said, we haven't found what we want, and since our opponent kept 7, that's probably bad for us. Although he had the basic force he led with. Well, there's that. But it means the Daybreak Coronet at least may be delayed. Interesting art force. What's that? Is this Theros? Don't remember that one. It's kind of cool. Oh my gosh, this is more Spirit Dancers I've seen in my life ever. Alright, well, let's hope we can find some land here. That's not a land, and it's really awkward. Okay. I think we have to just play Thalia's Lieutenant, though. I'm going to shock myself. I don't think it will matter, because I think our opponent is just either going to go off or is not going to do that. So... I will say I'm not feeling great. I think we basically need to rip a land, go Thalia's Lieutenant, Noble Hierarch, grow the team, then maybe like either Lantern Scout to try to stick around in it, or collect a company into good stuff. The fact that we didn't see any hate cards in game 2 and 3 is kind of rough. Well, I know we got there in game 2. We're kind of lucky. Our opponent is doing nothing? I didn't hit a land, but I actually hit a pretty good one. Well, I'll admit I fully don't understand what's happening over there, but he kept 7. His hand should be good. He kept 7, and we have like a mediocre 6. That didn't feel good for us. And maybe we'll catch a break here. The free blades are going off. It was actually, for not a good draw. It wasn't the worst draw because it allows us to actually do something to develop our board while also taking the turn off, so to speak, by putting that Hierarch out there. Now all of a sudden our opponent's at 9 somehow, and we're 1 land away from casting Collected Company. He's just got Bogles. I don't know what's going on, but I will take it. Okay, Ornery Survivalist. Alright, do I play Thalia's Lieutenant? That would give me a whole bunch of damage. Lantern Scout triggers everything as well, though, and is more mana efficient. Let's do math. Lantern Scout puts counters on all of these things, meaning we're attacking for 4, 8, 10. So he's got a chump block, and then swinging with that wouldn't change anything if we were to instead play Thalia's Lieutenant. So, because if we play Thalia's Lieutenant, we'll put a counter on actually these 3, so 4 on this. So he'd chump block this one. And be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is still not lethal. So yeah, we're better off just playing the Lantern Scout here, most mana efficient play, and the life might come in relevant. And for what it's worth, Thalia's Lieutenant putting a counter on a 3-power creature after this is more relevant than the 3-power creature putting a counter on the Thalia's Lieutenant to make it a 2. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with our opponent over there. It's just, I guess, flooding out. It's just all Boggles, all Spirit Dancers, all lands, but no enchantments. But he kept 7, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the game is here. He's also just going to go to 1 by chump blocking a smaller thing? Okay. I'll take it. I don't know what I've done to get this lucky, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to look a gift boggle in the mouth, as they say. That's what they say, right? Alright, well, here comes the Daybreak Coronet. So he kept a hand with Daybreak Coronets and a bunch of stuff, but no enchantments. So, okay. Fair enough. Unfortunately, we are now back to not being there. Alright, so we're settling in for the long haul, which is not good. Alright, game. Let's see what we got here. I'd like a land. I'd even settle for a Noble Hierarch, but really I'd like a land. We have a lot of good things we can collect a company into to deal with that Spirit Dancer. Yeah, that life we got off Lantern Scout did matter, so that's good. Oh, this is gonna get ugly. All right, path one. Okay, well, not path, but second best thing. Okay, so I can't attack. If I attack with everything, he gains 1,000,000. Well, let's see here. Let's say I played the Ornery Survivalist. That would make this a 5, 5, 3, whatever. And then we play this, making it a 6, 6, 4. So then we attack. Our opponent blocks the 6, gains 9, goes to 16, and then we're attacking 4 at that point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chump block. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is not enough, so there's nothing to do there, so we pass. We pass and we pray the Collected Company finds us something good. Thalia itself, probably not going to do anything at this point. Our opponent has plenty of mana. But hopefully we get a Quasali Pride Mage. That would be ideal. To just nuke the Daybreak Coronet and win. We'll see. Opponent is straight going off, so we're basically going to have to hope that they break on a few draws here. And then are sort of gated by mana. I guess, is there any reason for me to not just do this now? I guess if I do hit Thalia, it might matter, so I may as well do it now. Not that Thalia is where we want to be, but I guess we should do this now, in case. Alright, come on, deck. Wow, that was bad. That was like well and truly terrible. Okay. I don't think we're going to win here. I think our opponent's going to gain too much life. Put our faith in the top of the deck. We believed in the heart of the cards, the heart of the Collected Company, and it wasn't there for us this time. I say that. I mean, our team's obviously huge and it's going to get bigger next turn. I just don't think we're going to be able to deal enough damage to get around whatever our opponent's going to be doing here. Hitting that Hierarch is really bad. If we at least hit an ally off of it, then we would have grown the team here. Maybe I just wanted all 4 paths. I've never seen anyone go off with Spirit Dancers this hard in my life. They usually play 2 or 0. Our opponent's clearly playing 4, and even then we had to basically never draw paths or Dromoka's commands or Quasali Pride Mages to lose to it. So, I don't know. Our opponent obviously got unlucky at the beginning of this game, but I feel like both sideboarded games have not been great for us. Even though we did win one of them and almost won this one. We're not dead yet. He's still committed enough to the 12-12 that we can draw a path and get there. But given that he's drawing 2 cards every time he casts a spell, I think we basically have 1 draw step left. I also can't even fight the thing because it's a 12-12 and it's got Totem Armor as well. So we're basically digging for path here. I guess I should have just played them all. I don't know if it's hard. It was hard to tell whether our opponent actually is just like playing 4 Spirit Dancers, and then even if he does, they're not even necessarily that good against our deck, because we do have lots of ways to deal with them for value. But maybe I was supposed to play the 4th path, retrospect and all that, hindsight. I'm not sure. I am sure that my opponent is doing what they call in the biz going off, though. Alright, he's determined that he can go down to 6 life. I think it's going to be safe. This is more lands than I think I ever see Bogles players have in play, so that's the thing. I guess the best draw for us is Hardened Scales. Oh my gosh, it's all so big. It's not fair. Yeah, this was a close match. Honestly, both players didn't draw great. But the bad Bogles draws will always beat the bad draws from another deck. Because basically anything with Bogles, as long as they get to execute their gameplay and even a little, it's pretty hard to keep up with. Hardened Scales would allow us to then play both of our creatures and put a billion counters on stuff, but even a billion counters is not enough to deal with the absurdity that is our opponent's board, plus the now 7 cards in his hand. So I'd say it's path or bust here, but even with path, it's pretty much over. We really, really needed that Collected Company to be good, and it was not. Alright, can I throw the team in front of this? Can I kill one? 11, huh? He could kill these two. He could kill, let's say, this and this. That's 10. And then I would deal 5, 8, 10 to it, which is, you know what? That's not 13. So I think that I will be chump blocking this one. Alright, we're very dead. Yeah, it was a close match. Didn't feel like the games were long, and the first ones, I mean, they were weird games. And I wouldn't say they're good games. Not exactly a ton of decision making to be had. But I guess that's why you play Bogles. You play Bogles because it's good or not good in a meta, not because you think you're going to outplay anybody, which is not a diss. It's just literally how the deck works. Alright, so let's make our board really big and see what happens. Is there an attack that leaves me not dead after I do this? It feels so bad to have 8, 9 9s in play and just be losing. Alright, so I attack with the team. He kills this, and we gain a bunch of life and die on the crackback. Alright, well, good games. That was a weird match. It was one of the longer matches I've ever had with Bogles, so there's that. Thanks for watching.